After the 2 days, he left for Galilee. Now Jesus himself had pointed out that a prophet has no honour in his own country. When he arrived in Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him. They had seen all that he had done in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, for they had also been there. Once more he visited Cana in Galilee, where he had turned the water into wine. And there was a certain royal official whose son lay sick at Capernaum. When this man heard that Jesus had arrived in Galilee from Judea, he went to him and begged him to come and heal his son, who was close to death. Unless you people see miraculous signs and wonders, Jesus told him, you will never believe. The royal official said, Sir, come down before my child dies. Jesus replied, You may go, your son will live. The man took Jesus at his word and departed. While he was still on the way, his servants met him with the news that his boy was living.
Yes, as I read that passage, what struck me straight away was verse 50, that the man took Jesus at his word, and then he saw the miraculous sign. He was able to check with his household at the time that his son actually got better and saw that it was the same time that Jesus spoke those words. And so I guess maybe it flows on to a bit of application for me, is that I already know who Jesus is. I don't have to see miraculous signs for my faith to remain firm in Christ, because I know what he's done. But he also does do miracles. We know he's capable of miracles. And I think that what really struck me was that is there a greater miracle than seeing lives transformed when they put their faith in Jesus Christ? And to me, that's a huge miracle. And I should never stop being grateful for it.
Yeah, another thing that struck me as well as that was his persistence as well, because Jesus' answer at first seems a bit negative in saying, unless the people here see signs and wonders, they won't believe. But he's so concerned for his son, and he's walked a bit of a distance to see him. But he still asks the question and shows that faith in believing and taking Jesus at his word. But he doesn't just sort of, okay. So his persistence struck me too.
Yes, I looked at the part when Jesus said, unless you see signs and miracles, you won't believe. And one stage there in my life, I was feeling a bit down on that. And then there's another verse later on where he says, I think, to the disciples, I've been with you all this time, and you still want me to do things that are miraculous, take heart in knowing who I am. And so I thought, yes, I need to just not look for, there are miracles, and I can give examples of them. I won't go into that now, but where Jesus does do miraculous things in my life, but just knowing that he's always there, and he knows me like the woman at the well. He knows all about me, and he just accepts me as I am. So I don't need any more great things to happen. Just look for the smaller things as well as the big things in life, and be encouraged by that.
Wendy?
For me, it's learning to love Jesus, or accepting Jesus as my friend and working on that on a daily basis. And that in itself is a miracle, that I can see him, I can feel him, I can hear what he's saying to me. Just the blessing of this peace of God, and just getting to know Jesus. And I don't need him to perform miracles. I just need to be with him and get to know him.
For me, when Sue said he travelled a little bit, he actually travelled 26.51 kilometres. and I thought, how desperate was he? And am I desperate? Am I desperate to learn more about God? Am I desperate for those who don't know him to come to know him? So that's what spoke to me, his desperation in seeing and speaking to Jesus, saying, if you'll just come. Just come.